Oh, it's you. I'm a little beat. I've been busy. So originally I had a plan, as I often do, to, shave and do something fun with the hair, interesting or, appropriate to the genre, put on maybe a nice jacket, loose fitting shirt, whatever, with the collar open, like a kind of a, bluesy, jazzy, like you're, in a smoky lounge, when there used to be those. And then I was like, no, I'm not going to do that right now because, well, for so many reasons. But the main reason is because I wanted to invite you into my parlor, such as it is, to enjoy what you might be enjoying if you were sitting on my couch just kind of reading or not looking at your phone, and then all of a sudden I decided I needed to, chill or blow off some steam, and I came down and just sat in front of the piano. It's what I do sometimes. I grew up in a household like that, so that's like one of the great ways to kind of relax, especially, in light of all of the many current events that are happening. And another reason is this is a set of, I call them one up from the roots. And it's because it's nothing, one or two songs are I guess, sort of, blues in the sense of blues. And, but then you can go as far back in history as you want and say, well, there's something preceded the blues, spirituals and things like that. But let's just say blues is roots music. This is one up from that. These are songs that were inspired by the blues, for the most part, anyway. And it's just a place that I felt was the right place to get to at this time. I am probably going to talk about each song, just so you know. This first song, these songs are running the range from a kind of well-known, if you know this kind of music, to not well-known at all. And I'm going to be doing 6 songs this evening, so mark your, timer for that, whatever that means. This first song is a song called Satchel Mouth Baby. And feel free to look up what that means. I looked it up once, and apparently it's a compliment. But it was a song that I discovered on a Nat King Cole compilation. But it was very early in his career when he still had the King Cole Trio, which was a straight-up jazz trio that he played piano for and sang. I don't know how often he sang, but it wasn't his main thing. His main gig was the piano playing at the time. And then, it was discovered he had an amazing voice, and, the rest is history. But this was, along with Unforgettable and all the other things about Nat King Cole, this was on that compilation. It is really hard to find. You can find it on YouTube, but it's not on Spotify or anything like that. So I really couldn't make a playlist. There's a couple of these aren't on Spotify. But I fell in love with the song because it was just so different. It felt so authentic. And it turns out that it was not written by anybody in that trio. It was written by a woman named Mary Lou Williams, who was at the time a well-known jazz pianist, arranger, and composer. She composed and arranged hundreds of songs. And the King Cole Trio's version was released in, I think, 1945. They then made a movie, also named Satchel Mouth Baby, in 1946. And it was all from this song that Mary Lou Williams wrote and recorded, I think, herself with a group in 1943. So enjoy. Satchel Mouth Baby. Satchel Mouth Baby, we can have a lot of fun, yes, a lot of fun, because you are the cutest one. You're so neat, sweet, walking down the street, everyone's gonna holler, you are the cutest one. You're so heavenly, what a break for me, honey, can't you see, I'm in love, love, love. Satchel Mouth Baby, we can have a lot of fun, yes, a lot of fun, because you are the cutest one. You are the cutest one. You are the cutest one. Satchel mouth, baby, we can have a lot of fun. Yes, a lot of fun, because you are the cutest one. Oh, you're so sweet, neat, walking down the street, all the fellas all holler. You are the cutest one. You're so heavenly. What a break for me, honey. Can't you see I'm in love, love, love? Satchel mouth, baby, we can have a lot of fun. Yes, a lot of fun, because you are the cutest one. You are the cutest one. You are the cutest one. Thank you. I don't know how to smoke, so I was just doing that. That's the wrong kind of. No, actually, these used to be called jazz cigarettes, right? So that was kind of appropriate. This next song is a song that. All right, so I've always loved Harry Connick Jr. Why? Because I'm of an age where Harry Met Sally is a very significant film for me, and he did the soundtrack for that with the great Mark Shaman, the arranger and band leader, and did all standards covers. And from that, I followed him through the years. I don't have everything he's done. I've lost track a little bit. He had a talk show, right? And stuff like that. But he put out a lot of albums that ran the range from your traditional Christmas stuff and standards to a few originals, which were, and then some jazz, like serious jazz, and then his roots, which is New Orleans and all of that stuff, and blues. And for his album that came out in the early 90s, 25, so Adele was not the first one to name her albums after the age at which she released them or did them. He did a duet with a guy named Johnny Adams, who a few years later died, actually. So it was, and I don't know how he knew him or anything like that, but he had this rich baritone voice. And it was on a song that was, I guess, a standard, you could call it, but it was from the Tin Pan Alley era, which, again, look that up if you want to know more about it. It's, singer-songwriters in New York and such. It preceded the other great collective of songwriting in New York, the Brill Building era, by a few decades. But it's where a lot of the standards came out. And this standard was written by two dudes, Hoagy, Carmichael, and Johnny Mercer, who were extremely famous for writing amazing songs. But not necessarily for this one. It's one that you may know. It's not one of their most famous ones. But I always liked it. It actually inspired me to, write a song later on, things like that. And it's a song called Lazy Bones. Lazy bones, sleeping in the sun. How you expect to get your day's work done? Never get your day's work done. Sleeping in the noonday sun. Now lazy bones, sleeping in the shade. How you expect to get your cornmeal made? Never get your cornmeal made. Just sleeping in the evening shade. When taters need spraying, I bet you keep praying the bugs fall off the vine. When you go fishing, I bet you keep wishing the fish won't grab your line. Now, lazy bones, loafing through the day, I expect to make a dime that way, and never make a dime that way. I know, never hear a word I say. The catfish drops your line. Yeah, lazy bones, loafing through the day. I expect to get one dime that way. You never make a dime that way. You never hear a word I'll say. Oh, lazy bone. Well, thank you, audience. So this next song is a straight up standard. Actually, the Lazy Bones actually was the earliest, or the oldest song of the ones that I'm playing tonight. It was written in 1933. Recorded many other times after that, as a lot of these were. A lot of standards, recorded over and over, often very horribly. I'm sorry. Here's the thing. A good song is a good song. It's absolutely true. And it's hard to mess up a good song, but you can make it boring. And there are a lot of artists out there who think, I'm just going to put out an album of standards. And you know what? It works. It's successful. Everybody buys it. Oh my God, my favorite artist, Rod Stewart, somebody like that, somebody's favorite, puts out an album of songs that everybody knows and loves, and they get to hear that person's voice, so they don't really have to do too much with it. Let's be honest, it works. But from a more objective standpoint, it's saying like my whole thing with, if you're gonna cover a song, not performing any way you want, that's fine. But if you're gonna record it and put it down for the ages, move the conversation forward somehow. Do something with it. When I do covers, if you've ever listened to any of the covers that I've sent you, the links, you notice that I don't just do a cover that sounds like the song, or that kind of pulls back and just, has little flavors of this and that. I try to make it into something that uses the kind of the nexus between the originality of the song and the originality of my approach, my voice, and things like that. So, you know, but more power to anybody who wants to cover these tunes because they're all great tunes. This is another great tune, recorded by so many people. My favorite version of this song, which is called When Sunny Gets Blue, is by Torme, also known as the Velvet Fog, because why not? He always had one of my favorite voices, and he was an amazing scatter as well. I mean, he could scat as well in his own way as Ella Fitzgerald. But another one of my favorite voices recorded this song. I haven't heard the version yet. It's Sarah Vaughan, and I'm going to have to listen to that one. But it was made famous first in the mid-'50s by Johnny Mathis. So it's been around, it's been covered, it's been recorded, it's been, you know, it's a standard. When Sunny Gets Blue. When Sunny gets blue, her eyes get gray and cloudy, then the rain begins to fall. Pitter-patter, pitter-patter, love is gone, so what can matter? No sweet lover man comes to call. When Sunny gets blue, she breathes a sigh of sadness, like the wind that stirs the tree, wind that sets the leaves a-swaying, like some violins are playing weird and haunting melodies. People used to love to hear her laugh, see her smile. That's how she got her name. Since that sad affair, she's lost her smile, changed her style. Somehow she's not the same. But memories will fade, and pretty dreams will rise up where her other dream fell through. Hurry, new love, hurry here to kiss away each lonely tear and hold her near when Sunny gets blue. People used to love to hear her laugh, see her smile. That's how she got her name. Since that sad affair, she's lost her smile, changed her style. Somehow she's not the same. But memories will fade. Pretty dreams will rise up where her other dream fell through. Hurry, new love, hurry here to kiss away each lonely tear and hold her near when sunny gets blue. So that's a good song. Lead sheet, people. But this one doesn't have lyrics. You know why? Because it's for jazz dudes. Couple more songs. I'm halfway through. This song is a song that was written by Lloyd Tiny Grimes. I think he had a band. I don't really know him. But a member of his band, until he went on to his own stuff, was Charlie Parker. And the reason I know this song is because it was on a Charlie Parker compilation, an actual LP that I bought years ago and listened to it. And I believe it was the only song on the album that had vocals. And it just caught my attention. It was also one I hadn't heard. It was just something about, again, I guess the sentiment of it that kind of made me laugh, because so many songs are written about this sentiment. For example, the song that the Beatles famously covered, best things in life are free, but you can give them to the birds and bees. I want money. It's what I want. I just love. This is a funny song. It's called "Romance Without Finance." And it's been covered a lot too. Romance without finance is a nuisance. Baby, baby, please give up that gold. Romance without finance just don't make sense. No. Mama, mama, you know I need me some gold. You're so sweet and you're so fine. You ain't got no money, you can't be mine. Ain't no joke to be stone broke. Honey, you know I ain't lying when I say romance without finance just don't make sense. No. Mama, mama, please give up that gold. Give up that gold. He's talking about a dowry. Romance without finance just don't make sense. It's a drag, yeah. Find these originals because they're fun. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you, Cheryl. Hello, Bridget. And thank you, Angela, for asking about the move. That's a long story, but we're here. And we're not showing much of the place because we're subletting and we want to, respect the privacy of the people who actually live here. So I hope they're okay with the curtain that we're showing here, you know, and the big stack of boxes I showed last week. Couple more songs. This song is very famous. You probably know it. It's been covered forever from the time it was written in 1945 until as recent as last year, and hundreds of times. And this song and When I Fell for You, and the last song too, but really those two are two songs that I fell in love with because they were songs that my dad played at his gigs. And at a certain point when I was there all the time and singing with him quite frequently, these were two of the songs I loved singing with him. I never played them, really. These are the first time I'm actually playing through. I might have played them way, way back. I don't remember. But not live, not as a performance. I only ever sang them live. So these I wanted to pull out again because the main reason that I would say I'm into the blues and jazz and bluesy jazz, which there are other kinds of jazz, no matter what Winton says, is because of my dad, is because of the stuff that he would listen to and then learn and then perform and play and then, you know, eventually teach me. And I think that he once said, because I was too young to remember, but I believe the blues was the first type of music that I ever really sank into and learned. It motivated me to learn more about other types of music, but it was for some reason something that I wanted to master as well as I could at the time quite quickly. And inspired me in many different ways, as you will soon see. And this was one of the, again, this is not, again, strictly a blues song. It's one up from the roots, and you know, you'll understand why. It's a song called Since I Fell for You. When you just give love and never get love, and you must let love depart. I know it's so, and yet I know I can't get you out of my heart. You made me leave my happy home. You took your love and now you're gone. Since I fell for you, Lord, brings such misery and pain. I guess I'll never be the same. Since I fell for you. It's too bad, it's too sad, but I'm in love with you. You love me, then you snub me, but what can I do? I'm still in love with you. Oh, I guess I'll never see the light. I get the blues most every night. Since I fell for you. It's too sad and it's too bad, but I'm in love with you. You love me, me. But what can I do? I'm still in love with you. Oh, I guess I'll never see the light. I get the blues every night. Since I fell for you. Since I fell for you. Since I fell for you. Oh, thank you for loving it. Thanks for having me back in your home, or you're in my home, right? That's what I said. Last song. This is the last song. This was a song, it's a more straight up blues song, as you'll see. And it was written during the heyday of the Cold War. Covered by a lot of people. It's very well known in the community. And it's about what happens if you are, there is a nuclear holocaust and you're caught in it. It was not covered by anybody. This is an original. It was covered by me a couple of times. And it's a song I wrote when I was about my son's age now. He's 15. And going on 16. And it was the first experience I ever had in a recording studio, in a professional recording studio. My dad paid for some time in a studio, I believe, in Philly, and assisted, of course. And so there is a version of this song out there that is me singing it at the age of 15, and I put it up on SoundCloud. So I'm going to send you that link. And you get to, contrast the style between then and now. But it's a song that I wrote because I had to read in high school the book Hiroshima by John Hersey. And in my twisted mind, it sounded like, it sounded like this. I was blinded by the flash, and I can't see a bit. I got one arm and a leg. There's no way I could sit. I got my clothes torn away. My skin is burning red. I'm lucky I'm alive, but then I wish I was dead. I'm wearing meltdown shoes. I got the radiation blue. I don't know why I was spared. It won't do me no good. I lost all my hair and I wouldn't eat if I could. My friends are all gone except for one leg. Their bodies aren't around, they've all been blown away. Well, I got nothing to lose, I got radiation blue. Yeah, radiation blue. Well, I'm hoping to lose these radiation blues. I think I'm losing my mind. It's oozing out my head. I got no blood left to bleed, and what's there isn't red. Yeah, I'm melting into the ground because of the rain. And if I'm really hurting, I can't feel the pain. Well, what you're hearing is true about the radiation blue. Thank you. Yes, it's the first song I ever recorded professionally. Thank you for listening. That was my one-up from the Roots set. Catherine and I will be back this Thursday for the return of the duo. This was the return of the Nutcase. And Thursday you get the return of the duo. We're going to keep this up because now we're settled in for at least another several weeks. I really appreciate, as always, you watching and contributing and clicking on the link. You'll get a kick out of it. There's an actual sound of an actual nuclear explosion from a test site that starts the song, which was not easy to find back before the internet existed. So, thanks. Happy Tuesday. I'll see you in a couple days.